Alright, boys and girls, we have a ton of new Spider-Man news to, of course, talk about with you guys today, all ranging from cancelled Spider-Man shows to Spider-Man 4 getting a release window, as well as some extra stuff that you guys are definitely going to want to stay tuned for. Again, we'll start off with the, I think, most important one, and that's obviously the reports that Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man 4, will come out at the end of 2025. According to insider Daniel RPK, Marvel Spider-Man 4 will reportedly release sometime in fall 2025. The project is on track to begin filming in September 2024, although a director has not been announced yet. Tom Holland and Zendaya are both set to reprise their roles. So again, there's a lot to take from this. I feel like we kind of already knew all of this. Again, a lot of people are saying, well, how can they film this movie in September and then release it in December, right? The thing is, don't be surprised if, they have 99% of, everything already ready to go. Again, the whole issue, I think, with the reason this movie has taken so long to film is because Marvel and Sony have just butted heads. Again, we know that Sony reportedly wanted a lot of multiversal elements in this movie. They wanted to capture the success of No Way Home and Across the Spider-Verse and continue it with Spider-Man 4, while Marvel were like, look, we don't want that. We want this to be a grounded, street-level movie. And then I think Sony probably just said to him, look, let's compromise, do a bit of both. And then again, it makes a ton of sense to have this like that because it's in your multiversal saga. Again, the thing is, the rumored plot, as most of you guys know, I highly recommend going and checking out my other Spider-Man videos as well to learn a bit more. Because I do go over more of the plot and what we're expecting. But again, a quick summary and rundown is Kingpin's supposed to be the main villain, and he's supposed to outlaw vigilantism as he becomes the new mayor of New York, basically making it illegal to be a vigilante. He then hires Scorpion and Black Cat, it's rumored to be, and potentially Vulture was also rumored. I don't know what's going on there. He hires those villains to go and hunt down Spider-Man, Daredevil, and apparently we're supposed to see some scenes of Kate Bishop and that, and a couple other characters being hunted down as well. The thing is, where will the multiversal part of this come into play? I'm assuming maybe the end credit scene or something where it really sets up Andrew and Toby for the Avengers movies, as well as Venom. I think Venom will get set up in this movie. There was also a recent report saying that while all of this is happening, it's being said that the symbiote suit the symbiote itself will have some type of role in the story. My theory is Peter will see it at college or something, and then by the end of the movie, he will get it. He'll have it throughout the Avengers movies, and then Avengers 5, I think, will be a full multiversal movie where we see Venom now somehow come back to fight Peter in this universe, where Peter now has the symbiote and all of this type of stuff. It's pretty cool. I think, in my opinion, it makes sense if Marvel got their way for this 4th movie and Sony got their way for the 5th movie, because honestly, it really works out for the plot. You have this grounded street-level movie for 4 that sets up this multiversal symbiote storyline for 5. That makes a ton of sense and actually works really well, especially following Avengers Secret Wars, which is all about multiversal stuff. Venom might find his way back into this universe. I'm not sure. As far as this report saying Zendaya is coming back, again, I think everyone was kind of praying that Zendaya would not be in this movie. I think a lot of people are very over and sick of that MJ character. Not just that, it doesn't really make sense. Peter should realistically be super emotional and sad that he's got no family, no friends, and all this type of stuff. If they introduce MJ, I feel like it ruins the point of everything that was set up in No Way Home. The other thing is MJ not supposed to be at MIT in Massachusetts? How's that gonna work? I don't know. I'm guessing maybe she's just holidaying down or something, and Peter's just watching over her and then realizes she's better off without me still. I really don't know. No one knows what's going on with that whole Zendaya weird plot point that Marvel are seeming like they're insisting on keeping, especially if they're introducing Black Cat, like I talked about in the previous video. That report, Black Cat is the perfect love interest. Again, I go more onto that in that video. Highly recommend you check it out. But she's the perfect love interest because she loves Spider-Man and Spider-Man only. Peter's not going to want to be Peter in this movie. Like we've heard, he's going to want to be Spider-Man. Black Cat feeds into that. Again, he's not going to want to think about his Peter life because he has no friends and he's got no family, as we know, right? That's really interesting right there. Other reports are saying that the live-action Silk show has officially been cancelled by Amazon, according to THR, which literally just sounds like a thing that makes your muscles bigger. The live-action Silk Spider Society show has been scrapped by Amazon. The series was originally greenlit in November 2022, but troubled production caused it to be shelved. Again, talking about the next report here, because it kind of coincides with this, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are officially in control of all of Sony's Marvel movies and shows going forward, also being reported by THR. The reason I bring all of this up is because there are a lot of theories right now. Again, another report that comes into it, that the Amazon Prime Spider-Man Noir has officially been greenlit with Nicolas Cage to star. The thing is there is a big rumor that these guys who made Across the Spider-Verse, who are now, again, executive producing a lot of the Spider-Man projects going forward, there was a massive rumor like a couple weeks ago that Sony are expected to sign a huge deal with Amazon that could set up a Spider-Man universe that may coincide with the Sony universe, or just some big multiversal thing, right? You can see that this is low-key potentially happening, especially considering Silk got scrapped. They, of course, are looking at plans and moves. They don't want to do that anymore. They'll probably leave Silk for the Spider-Man 3 game, which we know is coming. The realistic thing that I think is happening is, I think they are going to make this Spider-Man Noir TV show with Nicolas Cage. And I think, don't be surprised if the first season is successful, which it probably will be, because Amazon have been banging with their shows as of late. Again, shout out Fallout, shout out the Ricky Stenicki movie, which I low-key fucked with. And of course, they've got another couple projects like The Boys and Invincible, I believe. Again, Amazon have been cooking lately. Don't be surprised if this first season does well, if they greenlight a ton of other low-key series, and I think maybe even a movie. Don't be surprised if Sony, who are possibly realizing right now that those movies like Madam Web and that should have been sticking to those streaming services, don't be surprised if we get some cool stuff, because I think they can really hit the nail on the head with this Spider-Man Noir show. They've been giving their shows a ton of big budgets as well. I think Fallout had like a $150 million budget. If this Spider-Man Noir show has like a $100 million budget, don't be surprised if not only it's really good, but it could legitimately be successful, because again, Amazon has such now a high rep with these good quality TV shows that people are going to tune in, especially considering Nicolas Cage is still a pretty big, well-known and respected actor, right? Don't be surprised if this were to do well, if a Miles Morales project was to be done. Again, we know reports saying that Miles Morales movie is supposed to be happening in the MCU. With how Marvel have been kind of iffy with a lot of their projects, and I don't know, not necessarily, they're focusing on a lot of different movies right now. Miles Morales will probably be shelved for years. Don't be surprised if Sony see that and they're like, we don't know if we want to wait till 2031 for a Miles Morales movie when we could put a show in development in 2 years, right? Those type of things are what could happen. I still think Miles Morales should be a movie in the MCU like it's being suggested, but there are other projects. Again, live action Spider-Verse was rumored a little bit ago. There was rumored that the next Spider-Verse movie is supposed to have a ton more live action scenes, just how Cross had a couple more. A ton of different things. Again, Spider-Verse shows will come as well. There's been a ton of rumors that we might get spin-off shows to that. There's a lot of different things that could, of course, be happening with this. I'd very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment what you guys think about all these Spider-Man projects that are like coming into fruition. I'd very much like to know what your thoughts and opinions are. Subscribe to my sports channel and my IRL/vlogging channels. Links for them will be in the description down below. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.